In the buzzing world of television revivals, spin-offs, and surprise reboots, few shows generate the kind of excitement that the Big Bang Theory universe does. After the conclusion of Young Sheldon, fans were left wondering, what next? The answer, it turns out, was whispered long before any official announcement by none other than Georgie and Mandy's first marriage star Emily Ray, who plays Mandy's quick-witted sister, Olivia. Backstage at a press event in early 2025, Emily dropped what many thought was a harmless bit of fanbait. Don't be surprised if you see Sheldon Cooper return in a way that feels older, wiser, but still very Sheldon. At the time, fans brushed it off as playful speculation. But now, in light of the surprise teaser for the upcoming series Sheldon, it turns out Emily wasn't just dreaming. She was right. The comeback no one saw coming, except Emily. The revival of Sheldon's character wasn't expected. After all, young Sheldon had wrapped up with an emotional finale that bridged the gap between the teenage genius and the socially awkward physicist of the Big Bang Theory. What more could be said? Apparently, plenty. Set several years after the original series, the upcoming show, working title Sheldon, explores Dr. Cooper's life after his Nobel Prize win. He's older, no longer the brash 30-something know-it-all, but a man coming to terms with what life means outside the lab. He's mentoring students, navigating marriage with Amy, and, surprisingly, learning how to be human in ways he never expected. And Emily Ray had predicted it. Olivia's role and the hints she dropped. On screen, Olivia is the cool older sister with sharp wit and a hidden soft side. Off-screen, Emily's become a fan favorite for her quirky interviews and deep dives into her characters. During the Georgie and Mandy's first marriage season 1 press tour, she repeatedly hinted that the young Sheldon universe wasn't finished. You know, Sheldon's story doesn't just end at Caltech, she said in one podcast. We've seen him grow as a boy, we've seen the man he became. But what about who he becomes after everything? After fame, after marriage? What does genius look like in a world that doesn't always need it? It was a question that resonated with fans, and apparently with producers. Now, with Sheldon confirmed, it's clear Emily's musings weren't just daydreams. Some believe she knew about the comeback long before the public did. Others say she simply understood the DNA of the universe she was part of. A universe built on legacy. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage was already a surprise success. What started as a quirky spin-off from young Sheldon quickly found its own voice. Focused on Georgie's chaotic journey into fatherhood and Mandy's ambitious attempts to balance motherhood with her career, the show added a more grounded, heartfelt layer to the franchise. But it also did something else. It planted seeds. With cameo appearances, references to Sheldon's work, and subtle nods to the future, the show kept Sheldon Cooper present in spirit, even if he wasn't on screen. In Season 2, Olivia even delivers a line that now feels prophetic. You know what they say? The smartest people are the ones who never really finish their story. They just write new chapters. Looking back, fans now wonder if that was the writer's way of teasing Sheldon all along. The importance of Sheldon's return. Why does Sheldon's comeback matter? Because Sheldon isn't just a character. He's an archetype, the misunderstood genius, the emotionally stunted savant, the man who knows everything but struggles with the simplest forms of connection. Watching him evolve over 17 years of television has been more than entertainment. It's been cathartic. With Sheldon, audiences get to see the final form of that evolution. Not the boy genius, not the quirky adult, but the man complete with scars, wisdom, and the weight of legacy. Emily Ray put it perfectly in a recent interview. Sheldon was always reaching for something beyond himself: knowledge, control, understanding. Now maybe he's finally reaching inward. And that's a story worth telling. How Olivia's character mirrors Sheldon. It's no coincidence that Olivia, though a side character, often felt like a spiritual cousin to Sheldon. Both characters wield intelligence as both shield and sword. Both have complicated relationships with their families. And both are learning that being smart doesn't always mean being wise. Fans have pointed out that in the season finale of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage Season 2, Olivia gives advice to Mandy that echoes Sheldon's own journey. Maybe it's not about figuring everything out. Maybe it's about learning to live with not knowing and still showing up. That line, subtle as it was, seems to encapsulate the very heart of the Sheldon revival. A shared universe and a shared heart. What's perhaps most fascinating about all this is how the Big Bang universe continues to expand not through spectacle, but through emotion. Each new chapter, from young Sheldon to Georgie and Mandy to Sheldon, zooms in more closely on the heart of the characters. The laughs are still there, the science, the references, but it's the growth, the honesty, and the willingness to let characters evolve that keeps audiences returning. And in that regard, Emily Ray's insight into Sheldon's comeback was less about spoilers and more about storytelling instinct. "Sheldon's not done," she said with a smile months ago. "He's just getting started." She was right. Final thoughts. What comes next? With Sheldon set to premiere in late 2026, fans are already buzzing with theories. Will we see Howard and Raj again? Will Leonard make a surprise appearance? What has Penny been up to? More importantly, what will Sheldon do with the rest of his life? Emily Ray may have seen the future of this universe before anyone else. And thanks to her, and the show she helped make special, we're reminded that even the most unlikely characters can still surprise us, especially when they're not quite finished telling their story.